In order to solve systems of three equations with three variables, the concept is to reduce three equations or three variables to two equations with two variables. And then once we do that, it'll be the same steps as section 1. So we have to pick two equations and eliminate one of the variables, either x, y, or z. Doesn't matter which one you pick, but in choosing, it's always best practice to pick the smallest integers or coefficients on the variables, or pick coefficients that are factors of each other. So as we look at this problem, I'm going to pick the first two and eliminate the x variable. And the way I'm going to do that is to multiply the top equation by -2, because we want to add together to eliminate the x. So let's multiply by 2 on that top equation. So it's minus 2x plus 4y minus 2z is equal to minus 30. And then we'll just simply rewrite the second equation. 2x plus 3y minus 3z is equal to 1. Adding these two together, we eliminate our x's because that adds to 0. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7y minus 5z is equal to -29. So we want to hold on to this equation because we'll use it again when we have our systems of two equations with two variables. So I'm going to rewrite this one at the top and then erase and come back and use two different equations. 7y minus 5z is equal to -29. Okay. Now we have to pick two different equations. Can't pick the same ones again. And the same concept as the first, we have to eliminate the x variable. So in this case, we use the second and third equations, and I'll multiply the middle equation by the same as the first one, -2. So let's rewrite it below. -4x minus 6y plus 6z is equal to -2. And then rewrite the second one, 4x plus 10y minus 5z is equal to -3. Now in doing this, it's entirely possible that you'll have to multiply both equations at some point, but that's okay. If you have to do that, just go ahead and multiply so that you can add to 0. So let's add these two together. 4 minus 4 is 0. 10 minus 6 is 4y. 6 minus 5 is z. And then minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. So we have 4y plus z equals -5. Now we're going to take that equation and the equation that we worked on at the beginning when we put our first two equations together. It's written in blue at the top, 7y minus 5z. We're going to put these two together and eliminate either y or z. So 7y minus 5z is equal to -29, and 4y plus z is equal to -5. Now as we look at these two equations, we want either y or z to add to 0, so I think the easiest thing to do would be to multiply the bottom equation by 5, and in doing so that'll give us a positive 5z, and we add those together and gives us 0. So multiplying that together would be 20y plus 5z is equal to -25. And rewrite the top, 7y minus 5z is equal to -29. So notice when we add these together, the z's eliminate. Now we have 27y is equal to -54. And we divide both sides by 27. That eliminates, so y is equal to -2. So we have the first part of our answer, y is equal to -2, and we'll write that up top. And remember to write these as ordered triples, so the second one is going to be the y. And now we'll go back and plug in the y into one of the systems of equations with two variables to find z. So y is equal to negative 2. So we can plug that into either equation, doesn't matter. Let's use the bottom one since we have a coefficient of 1 on the z. So we have 4 times negative 2 plus z is equal to negative 5. That's negative 8 plus z is equal to negative 5. Add 8 to both sides. And z is equal to positive 3. So now we have the second part of the answer. Z is 3. And now we take those two numbers that we know, y and z, and we go back to one of the original equations and substitute, and then should give us our x. Which one am I going to use? The one at the top. Why? Because the x has a 1 coefficient. So let's substitute into the top equation. X minus 2 times our y, which is negative 2, plus z, which is 3, is equal to 15. Simplifying this, x plus 4 plus 3 is equal to 15. Combining the 4 and 3, x plus 7 is equal to 15. Subtracting 7 from both sides, x equals 8. So our final answer for this is 8, negative 2, and 3. What does that mean? That means that's the only number I can plug into all three equations and get a true statement.